Here is episode 9 in my dual enrollment series. I'm going to be sharing how dual enrollment affects your GPA. If you are wondering how in the world is this going to affect my high school GPA and my college GPA, is it going to affect my class rank? If that is something that you are interested in, I'm going to be sharing all the details. Let's get into it. First things first, all high schools do not count a dual enrollment class the same. Some high schools will give you more points than other high schools. It really just depends. I'm going to be sharing general information that is just good to know about your GPA when it comes to dual enrollment, but I would definitely make sure to check with your high school to see what they do specifically. We all know that courses are weighted differently. A regular course is just a regular course. Then you have an honors course, which is normally an extra half credit to your GPA. And then you have an AP course, which is normally one whole extra credit to your GPA. Some schools do it a little differently where they actually add points to your grade. So say you got a 90 in an honors class, maybe that would be a 95. Or maybe you got a 90 in an AP class and then they would add 10 points to that and it would be 100. That is two different ways that high schools will calculate grades, just when I'm talking about regular honors and AP. Now, when it comes to dual enrollment, some high schools will weight a dual enrollment class the same as an AP class. My high school does that. My high school will add 10 points to your final grade in a dual enrollment class, just like they add 10 points to your final grade in an AP class. Basically, that is kind of the same as adding a whole extra point to your GPA. However, the school that I used to go to counted a dual enrollment class as an extra half credit while they counted an AP course as an extra whole credit. That is a little bit of a difference if that is something that you're worried about when it comes to class rank. Now, some high schools don't even weight dual enrollment classes at all, so they're not going to affect your GPA. That is something to consider, but that is extremely rare. Like, very few high schools don't weight them at all. Most will add some points to your GPA if you take a dual enrollment class because it shows extra rigor. The most common is adding an extra half point. But like I said, it's different for me. I don't have that. They add an extra whole point. You pretty much have two high school GPAs. You have an unweighted high school GPA, which takes away absolutely any weight, any AP credit, any honors credit, and dual enrollment credit. Those extra points that they give you for that is taken away, so that's your unweighted GPA. So if you have all A's, you have a 4.0. And then you have a weighted GPA, which adds all the points from those extra classes that you took or from the extra little bonus things that you took. And so you can have higher than a 4.0 with a weighted GPA. It might be concerning for you to look at your weighted GPA and say, maybe that's not high enough for the college I want to get into. But you must realize that all colleges calculate GPAs differently. Every college has their own standardized formula that they use so that everyone is on an equal playing field. So don't get concerned with what your weighted high school GPA is, because a lot of colleges just look at your unweighted. Even if your weighted GPA is not as high as you'd like it, they definitely have their own formula, so don't stress about that. Colleges will recalculate your GPA that you give them based on their standardized formula. The reason they do that is because every high school weights grades differently and weights courses differently. So when a college recalculates their GPA, they have a set number of extra points they're going to add for the different types of courses that you took. That's what they're going to do with every single student. So you're all equal. For example, Sally goes to school A, where she takes 4 dual enrollment classes, gets all A's in them, but they don't weight it. Billy went to school B, took 4 dual enrollment classes, got all A's, and they weighted an extra point for each dual enrollment class. Billy's GPA is going to be way higher than Sally's, but they did the exact same thing. That is why a college will recalculate it so that all high schools are on the same level. No matter what, dual enrollment is going to show rigor on your transcript. It's going to show the people in a college admissions team that, okay, they did want to put more effort into their schooling rather than just a regular high school class. It shows that you actually took a college course, and that is very good for you on your transcript, just like it is good for you to have honors classes and AP classes. Now, none of this applies to your college GPA. Your college GPA is not weighted because you took a dual enrollment course. They're not going to look at you and say, you are a high school student in my college class, I'm going to give you extra points. That is not what happens. You are considered a normal college student in their eyes, so they're not going to add any points to your grade just because you're a high school student. That's something to consider. But no, your college GPA is not going to be affected at all. Now, your college GPA might be very different from your high school GPA. Let's say you get an 85 in your dual enrollment class. That's an 85 on your college transcript. But your high school might add 10 points to that and you could have a 95 on your high school transcript. So there could be a very big difference just because of how your high school weights it. But remember, your college GPA is not going to change no matter what. I really hope this quick video helped you out so you understand a little bit more about how dual enrollment affects your GPA. Definitely check with your high school counselors so they can confirm what I'm telling you, and make sure you know if they don't weight your class, or if they add a half point, or if they add a whole point. Just a few things to think about when it comes to dual enrollment and your GPA. The Bible verse I want to talk about today is 2 Timothy 2:16. Avoid godless chatter, because those who indulge in it will become more and more ungodly. Rumors and gossip are all around us, and it's very easy to get tied into them and just want to talk about them. And a lot of times we end up in a conversation where we're just talking about other people, and that's not exactly what we want to be in. We don't want to be a part of that godless chatter. We want to encourage people and build others up rather than putting them down. If you find yourself in a situation where gossip is around, just take yourself out of that situation and remind yourself that you need to encourage others. And I need to encourage others. We all need to encourage others. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. I really hope it helped you out. Don't forget that you're welcome to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. I hope you'll have an outstanding day and be a blessing to others today. Bye, guys.